more closely that Good morning, sir.
Good morning, all of you. Good morning. What was the last thing we dealt with in this batch?
Conducting plate.
Conducting plates, infinite conducting plates. We had taken the last example of three plates. So I had actually one doubt in last class. So you had done that with the Gaussian surface method also, right? So sir, how did you know that the cylindrical one will be the required Gaussian surface for the question? Like why not any other Gaussian surface?
You can take a cuboid. We have no problem. Cylindrical will be the easiest. You can take a cuboid. It should be some surface.
Any closed surface will do.
You know the surface area. जिस surface पर take a cuboid, you know the surface area. Answer वही है.
Understood, sir. So, but theoretically, any closed surface will do.
Right. Just to remind ourselves of what we have done, I take Q to Q. Find the charge distribution. We'll continue from there. Find the charge distribution and give minus Q here. No big deal. Find the final charge distribution.
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
Yes, sir. First rule, charge on the outermost surfaces of the outermost plates will be equal to half the total charge on all the plates put together. 3Q. Q and minus Q will cancel. 2Q divided by 2 will be Q and Q. This is the first move. So far, so good?
Yes, sir.
Now, total charge on this plate should be Q. If Q has come here, this will be 0. Minus 0. Minus 0, does it have any significance here? I will write minus 0 because the two facing metallic surfaces should have equal and opposite charge. Minus 0 does not make sense. It is nothing but 0. 2Q
Minus 2.
minus 2Q. Two facing metallic surfaces, and some of these both should be minus 2. I get my answer. Incidentally, it is independent of the distance. I take this D1 and this D2, nothing will change in the problem. Why? Because the field that you calculated was for an infinite large plate. For an infinite large plate, field is independent of distance. For an infinite large plate, field is independent of distance.
So both D1 and D2 should be tending to 0, right?
By default, they are tending to 0. Only then infinite large plate ka theory is used.
Right, sir.
Can I rub the board?
So just a second. Yes, sir.
Now, if I ground one of the plates, if you are grounding one of the plates, now why this will happen comes from uniqueness theorem. I'll address that at the end of either today's lecture or this topic. Right? You told me the charge on the outermost surfaces of the outermost plates will be equal to half the total charge on all the plates put together when none of the plates are grounded. If they are grounded, what will happen? Charge on the outermost surfaces of the outermost plates will become 0. Charge on the outermost surfaces of the outermost plates will become 0. Am I supposed to remember this as a rule? Yes. Justification comes from uniqueness theorem. Temporarily, first let us learn to finish the charge distribution. Then I'll give you the justification as to why this is 0. Now, total charge on this plate should be conserved. Q and minus Q. This plate, you didn't conserve the charge. Obviously, I will not conserve the charge because it is connected to the ground. So, how much charge came from the ground? The minus Q charge came from the ground.
Sir, so that minus q came because of the other plate. It is holding it up, right?
To make the potential of this plate zero. This q will give me some potential. Net potential should become zero, means minus q should come from the ground.
Right.
Note, when any one of the plates is grounded, charge on the outermost surfaces of the outermost plates should be zero.
Done, sir.
Done,
Done,
sir.
sir.
Find the charge distribution when the switch is closed.
Done,
Done,
sir.
sir.
Done, sir.
When you close the switch, charge on this and this surface should be zero. You're conserving the charge here, this should be minus q. So how much charge went into the ground?
Minus q.
Minus q charge. Total charge was minus 2q. Now final charge is minus q. How much charge went into the ground? Minus capital Q charge went into the ground. Now, I need to have one understanding here. If I call this plate A and B, can you tell me what is VA minus VB? That will be field into distance between them, because delta V is minus integral E dot dr. Now field is uniform. Who told you field is uniform? I have taken infinite large plate. Field is independent of distance and uniform. Right? Field is independent of distance and it is uniform. Right? So E into D. Now, do I know the field here? It will be both because of Q and minus Q. Q will also give me field in this direction, minus Q also will give me field in the same direction. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sigma by 2 epsilon naught plus sigma by 2 epsilon naught into D. Sigma is Q by A into D. Now this is VA minus VB. VB I am taking to be 0. This is ground reference line. VB I am taking it to be 0. This is the ground reference line. Right? So I'll get the potential of A with respect to B. This is Q by A epsilon naught into D. Is this point clear?
Yes, sir.
Are you people able to hear the drilling sound on the top?
Which sound, sir?
No, sir.
Drilling. Okay.
No, sir. Sir, can you just tell VM minus VB EDQ?
Delta V Z dot dr. Field into distance. I can write it as ED only if the field is uniform.
Right, sir. Understood.
Uniform field because they are infinite large plates.
Right.
Done, sir.
So you took a 0 because it's grounded.
Because it is ground. All of you are aware of this relation, right?
Yes, sir.
And delta V Z dot dr, field into distance, I can directly write if the field is uniform. So VA minus VB is field into distance. Field because of Q and minus Q here will be in the same direction. By the way, this Q and minus Q will give me field of 0 here and 0 here. Confirm the direction.
Yes, sir.
This Q will give me field to the left, minus Q will give me field to the right, and field is independent of distance. This Q will give me field to the right, minus Q will give me field to the left.
Also Gauss law.
Also Gauss law, yes. Can I rub the board?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Find the final charge distribution when the switch is closed. Find the final charge distribution when the switch is closed.
Done, sir.
When you close this switch, this will be 0 and 0. Right? Total charge on this plate should be conserved. So this will be 0. Minus 0. Q minus. How much charge came from the ground to the plate?
Minus Q.
Minus Q.
Minus.
So this part of the chapter is relatively easier than the other one.
Yes, it appears so. Find the final charge distribution when the switch is closed. Find the final charge distribution when the switch is closed.
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
Yes, sir, done.
This will be 0 and 0. What will this be? Minus 2Q, because this is an isolated plate. Charge should remain conserved. This will be 2Q. Now don't immediately go to the other side and conserve charge. You have grounded this. Charge on this will not remain conserved. Charge on this plate will be conserved. So if this is Q, this is minus. So total of how much charge came from the
Q.
ground?
Plus Q.
Plus Q.
Q charge came from the ground and got distributed as 2Q minus Q. Can I rub the board?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Think carefully and solve the problem. Don't be ahead. When both the switches are closed, find the final charge distribution. When both the switches are closed, find the final charge distribution.
Done, sir.
Okay.
I've written in chat.
Listen. Now you cannot conserve charge on plate A and plate C. You can conserve charge only on this. All that I know is charge on the outermost surfaces of the outermost plates is 0. I am okay with it. But then here I cannot guess the charge. I take it as some variable called x. I cannot guess what is the charge here. I take it as some variable called x. Do you get this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And this is minus x. Now, what was the necessity to introduce a variable here? This is grounded. I cannot conserve the charge. Now, if this is x, this is q plus x.
Minus q plus x.
Of q plus x. And that will be 0. Now, do not apply the fact that field is 0 here. I will be landing up proving 0 equal to 0. If somebody tells me, now I take field due to all of them here and equate it to 0, your equation will turn out to be 0 equal to 0. It won't help you because you already used it up. Because the field should be 0, you have taken these two charges equal and opposite. Because the field should be 0, you took equal and opposite. You can see that this will give me field to the left, this will give me field to the right. These both will cancel out here. Similarly, these both will cancel out here. If I apply field 0 here, my equation will turn out to be 0 equal to 0. And we don't have any interest in proving that 0 equal to 0. Right? Then what next? All I can say is VA minus VC should be 0. Why? A is also grounded, C is also grounded. Both will be at the same potential. VA minus VC, will it be 0?
So even VA and VC should be 0, right?
But how will you calculate the potential of one plate?
Because it's grounded, it should be 0.
We don't have sphere ka, I can calculate potential at one point. Plate ka, how do you calculate? I'll be able to tell you absolute potential only for a sphere. Plate ka, I can tell you potential difference. And very technically, only potential difference is defined. So now what do you do? VA minus VB plus V. I added and subtracted VB. Am I permitted to do that comfortably? VA minus VB, if the net field here is E1 and net field here is E2. This will be E1 into D. This will be E2 into 2D. Sum total should be 0. E1 into D, E2 into 2D. Sum total should be 0. E1 is only because of these both. क्यों? इन दोनों ने कौन सा पॉप किया है भाई साहब? इन दोनों का भी फील्ड ले लो यहाँ. ले लो, that turns out to be 0. Positive charge will give me field to the left, negative charge to the right. So q plus x and minus q plus x will cancel out everywhere outside.
Right.
E1 will be only because of x and minus x. Right? How do you calculate E1? Sigma by 2 epsilon naught plus sigma by 2 epsilon naught. This will give me field to the right, minus x also will give me to the right. Sigma is x by A. This is x by A. This turns out to be x by A epsilon naught. X by A epsilon naught D.
Starting by 2 epsilon naught, sigma by 2. Yes, sir.
How much do you want here?
Right. Sorry, sir.
Single sheet, sigma by 2 epsilon naught ही तो आएगा.
हाँ, sir.
Now E2 will be because of these both charges. X and minus x will cancel out here. Q plus x by A epsilon naught. Exactly the way I did this calculation. Instead of x, I will have Q plus x. This into 2D is 0. So far, so good. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, A epsilon naught will go here. D will get cancelled out. X plus 2q plus 2x is 0. 3x is equal to minus 2q. x is equal to minus 2q by 3. X is equal to minus 2q by 3. This will become plus 2q by 3. This will be q minus 2q by 3. Negative of that value.
So can you just repeat VA by VA minus VC 0 क्यों हुआ?
A and C both are connected to the ground.
Right.
So both will be at the same potential. So
Right,
VA minus VC is 0.
Both want individual.
Both individually will be 0, but I will not be able to calculate that.
Right,
See,
that data is of no use.
Negative word. But a dangerous thing है. ध्यान से सुनिए एक बार. Okay, I'll rub the board and I'll explain.
Sir, here if we had closed one switch.
Second, Harshit, wait, 1 second, wait.
Yes,
Let
sir.
me address this important issue. I'll come to you. I need to rub the board for that. Take it down.
Done, sir.
See, bottom line, I'm addressing one very important issue here. Why can't I take the potential of A to be 0, C to be 0 separately? It may be 0, I don't know. क्या बोल रहे हो यार? Grounding किया है आपने? You earthed it and you are now using the word diplomatically may be 0. क्या मतलब? It should be 0 बोलो ना यार. नहीं बोलो. There is a reason for it. Can I rub the board?
Yes. So Earth's potential is slightly negative.
Not slightly, hugely negative. Reason. पहले ये तो देखो. 2007. I remember students sat on this question for long. I have grounded this. You had some charge Q and minus Q. This is 0 and 0. Call this plate A, call this plate. Firstly, practically I don't have any means of calculating potential at B. इस charge के वजह से यहाँ potential कितना है? In hollow spheres, comfortably I told you when one is grounded, the charge here will be 0. This is Q minus 2. इतना confidently 0 कैसा बोल दिया यार तूने? I know how to calculate the potential of this sphere. I know how to calculate the potential of this sphere. I equated it to 0. You agree with that? Here, I don't have any means of calculating the potential at this plate. I can tell you only potential difference between A and B. You give me this distance, I can tell you potential difference between A and B. Very orthodoxly, only potential difference is defined. Absolute potential is never defined. Right? Come to the most important thing here. But ध्यान से सुनिए. What did you tell me was the field here? The field was, because of this and this, sigma by 2 epsilon naught plus sigma by 2 epsilon naught, sigma by epsilon naught, q by a epsilon naught. This is the field here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All of you listen carefully. What is the field here?
0.
0.
No, this was the boys' doubt. 2007. If I calculate the potential of A, एक metallic body है, equipotential होगा?
Yes, sir.
You calculate potential from here till here, from here till here. Don't you think you should get the same value?
Right.
That statement is wrong actually. Listen, from infinity till A, I calculate minus integral E dot dr. Infinity till A, E is 0. I am getting 0 potential difference. In this way, you calculate VA minus VB. I will get QD by A epsilon naught. ये मैंने calculate करके दिखाया. Potential of A, calculate from here, I am getting a different value. Calculate from infinity till A, I am getting a different value.
Implies potential of B is not 0.
both these zeros are not the same. क्या बोल रहे हो यार? ये जीरो जो ले रहे हो और इंफिनिटी का जीरो आर नॉट द सेम. Two zeros cannot be the same, need not be the same. ये नई बात बताया यार तूने? No, you people have been using it without your knowledge. Gravitational potential energy जब किया आपने, you take this surface to be zero, this is mgh. टेबल पर जीरो लिया आपने, फिर mgh. टेबल पर जीरो and this surface पर जीरो, are they the same?
No, relative.
No, sir.
ग्राउंड सरफेस इज जीरो ले लिया आपने, ग्राउंड फ्लोर जीरो ले लिया, जब मन चाहे जो हाइट चाहिए वो जीरो ले लिया. ऑल दीज जीरोस आर नॉट द सेम. What we are defining is potential difference. So the earth, all I could define is potential difference between infinity and A in this case, and potential difference between B and A in this case. Potential difference between infinity and A and between B and A need not be the same. Live example, they are not the same. Because the infinity is zero and the ground zero are not the same value. Which do you want me to take as the correct zero? The question does not make sense. There is no correct zero at the first place because absolute potential is not defined. It is only potential difference which is defined. You, for your convenience, have taken infinity to be zero in some cases and ground to be zero in one case. Ground and infinity are not at the same potential. Ground and infinity are not at the same potential. Is this very clear to all?
Yes.
Make a note of it.
So sir, if we take it from right hand side from plus infinity, then we will again get zero.
Right? Infinity till here I am getting zero, right?
Yes,
Their field is zero. Infinity till here I get zero. From here till here I will not get zero.
So but from infinity to directly A, we should get zero, right? Then
How will you get that is discontinuous function? Field here is different, field outside is different.
Sir, I had to ask in the previous question, sir,
Good.
if we had closed one switch first and then the second switch, our answer would have been different?
No, final answer will be the same.
Right.
so
Because
like
field is a conservative field. Whichever path you go, final distribution. Did I read out uniqueness theorem for you people?
Yes, sir, from Griffiths.
yes, sir.
If there is one possible distribution of charge, that is the only possible distribution of charge in principle.
Yes, sir, got it.
Somebody wants the statement. Statement, please write. Potential difference between B and A. Potential difference between BA is not equal to the potential difference between infinity and A. Need not be equal. Rather, the zero potential of Earth and zero potential of infinity are not the same.
So is Earth at zero potential then?
No, Earth, if you are comparing with infinity, Earth has got some potential. Rather it is very high potential of negative charge.
Right.
Very high. Then why do they take Earth potential to be zero? Because every electrical appliance, the other end is connected to the ground. So they took that as the reference.
Sir, so if you want to make PD of BA equal to PD of B infinity A, we have to consider charge of field of Earth, right? Not zero. Potential of Earth कुछ लेना पड़ेगा ना then?
You should know the potential of Earth, which we don't know. How will you measure?
So do we
Absolute potential is not defined. So Earth का potential with respect to sun लेके again potential difference between the two करना.
So we could do minus QD by A epsilon naught na, by reverse engineering, by reverse solvent.
Oh.
So we need to make VA zero. So if we put minus QD by epsilon naught, we'll get VA equal to zero. in the last part, lower.
क्या मतलब है यार, VA कैलकुलेट कर रहा हूँ, VA 0 ले लोगे आप, कर क्या रहे हो? इतना कॉम्प्लिकेट मत कर, सिंपल पोटेंशियल ऑफ ए कैलकुलेट किया है मैंने. फ्रॉम इंफिनिटी टिल हियर, फ्रॉम B to A will not be the same. Why? Infinity and B are not the same potential. That's all.
Right. Okay, sir.
Can I rub the board?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Find the charge distribution when both the switches are closed.
Done, sir.
Call this as A, B, and C. When both the switches are closed, all I know for sure is charge on the outermost surfaces of the outermost plates will be equal to 0. Now, total charge on this plate will be conserved. This is connected to nothing. So I'm pretty safe with this. I'll not introduce a variable. This is minus Q. Till here, is everybody clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now my trouble is there is no significance for this minus 2Q. It is only deceptive and diverting our attention. Take this as X. Q, because I cannot conserve charge on this place. It's connected to ground. This will be minus X. So 3Q का क्या मायने रखता है यार? That will come into significance only when you ask me how much charge went into the ground or came from the ground. To find the charge distribution, these both charges don't make sense. Right? Now consider this. VB minus VC should be how much?
0.
0.
Right? VB minus VC should be 0. That means this field here into 2D should be 0. This field will be because of both these charges. Why will these both charges don't produce a field here? They'll cancel out. Minus Q will give me field to the left, plus Q will give me field to the right. So here field is only because of X and minus X. X by A epsilon naught into 2D is 0, implies X is 0. Here I'll have 0, 0. That means how much charge went from this plate into the ground?
Minus
Minus Q.
Minus Q. Minus Q stayed back here, minus Q went into the ground. Here whole of 3Q went into the ground. Whole of 3Q went into the ground, minus Q has gone into the ground because X will turn out to be 0.
Minus Q has gone into ground or plus Q has come from the ground, right? Same.
Either way. You either claim minus q gone into the ground or plus q came from the ground. Find the final charge distribution. Somebody is asking direction of the field. Remember, if I have positive charge here, this will be the direction of the field, this will be the direction of the field, away from positive charge. If I have negative charge here, field is towards the negative charge. So if I have a positive plate and a negative plate, positive charge will give me field this direction, negative charge will give me field this direction. So they both get added. Are the directions clear?
Yes, sir.
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
So 5 minutes.
Okay.
Could you check the chat box?
Wait a minute. That way I don't know the answer. I will solve it.
Done, sir.
Now listen. Charge on this plate will be 0. I take this to be x minus x, q plus x. Minus of q plus x, q minus x, q plus x, minus of q plus x. Sum of these both should be 0. These both are two equal and opposite charges. Right? Now our condition is VA minus VD should be 0. This is VA minus VB plus VB minus VC plus VC minus VD should be 0. VA minus VB will be, if I call this field to be E1, this field to be E2, this field to be E3. This will be E1 into D plus E2 into 2D plus E3 into D is equal to 0. What is E1? X by A epsilon naught into D. What is E2? Q plus X by A epsilon naught into 2D. Q plus X by A epsilon naught into D is equal to 0. X by A epsilon naught, Q plus X by A epsilon naught, Q plus X by A epsilon naught. Field here will be only because of these two charges. E1 will be only because of X and minus X. E3 will be only because of Q plus X and Q minus Q plus X. Right? These both will cancel out everywhere outside. These both will cancel out everywhere outside. These both will add up only here. These both will add up only here. These both will add up only here. Can you find X from this?
Sir, is x minus 3q by 4?
No. What are you getting from here?
Minus 3q by 4.
Minus 3q by
4.
Sir, in VC minus VD, shouldn't it be 2 times q plus x?
1 second.
No. Sorry, sir. I got it.
When you are taking the field even here, it is because of both X and minus X. I hope you are aware of it.
Yes, sir, understood. I made a similar.
It will give sigma by 2 epsilon naught, minus X will give sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Add both of them, it is sigma by epsilon naught, which is X by A. Tell me when I can rub the board.
Done, sir.
You can have
Find the final charge distribution on all the three plates. Remember, here none of the plates are grounded.
Yes, sir.
Plate A and plate C are connected, not grounded.
Done.
So 2 minutes. Done.
I'll solve this problem right from scratch so that whole of this concept is brushed up. Technically, I know that this will be Q by 2 and Q by 2. Charge on the outermost surfaces of the outermost plates will be equal to half the total charge on all the plates put together. Yes or no?
So, but when they are not,
But when they are not grounded, nothing is grounded here. Right? You see any grounding connection here?
no, sir.
And charge on the outermost surfaces of the outermost plates is equal to half the total charge on all the plates put together. But I will not use it, I will do it from scratch. I am taking this as x. This will be y. Why not minus x? Because this plate is connected to this plate. I cannot conserve charge only on A. A and C put together should be conserved. Two facing metallic surfaces will have equal and opposite charge. Q plus y minus of Q plus y and z. Y minus y, Q plus y minus of Q plus y and z. Right? Total charge on A and C put together should be conserved. X plus y minus of Q plus y plus z should be 0. This plus this plus this plus this. X plus y minus Q minus y plus z is 0. X plus z is equal to Q. First equation. Right? Now come to the second equation.
X equal to Z.
All the charges put together should give me 0 in any one of the plate. Inside any one of the plate. Now I'll make our life a bit simple. Y and minus y will cancel out here. Do you all agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Q plus y and minus Q plus y will cancel out here. Q plus y will give me field to the left. Minus Q plus y will give me to the right.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
For the net field here to be 0, x should be equal to z. For net field inside a plate to be 0, these both should be equal. Only then it will cancel out the field here. X is equal to z is equal to q by 2 from these both equations. Something that I knew, but we justified right from the basic concept.
So even if it was grounded, we could have directly said that x equal to z equal to q by 2, right? So interconnected.
क्या बोल रहे हो यार? If it is grounded, x and z is 0, no यार. पूरा class
Okay.
जो भी किया
If
है
it is interconnected, it would be directly q by 2, right?
आपने,
If A and C are connected, we could have still said that it would be q by 2, right? X and z.
वही तो किया ना यार, हमने क्या किया है? If none of the plates are grounded, for once I'll repeat this statement, don't mess up with it. If none of the plates are grounded, charge on the outermost surfaces of the outermost plates will be equal to half the total charge on all the plates put together. Is this statement clear?
Yes, sir.
Here none of the plates are grounded, so I pretty well knew that x and z will be q by 2, but I solved it right from scratch. And when any one of the plate is grounded, what will be the value of x and z?
Q by 0, 0, 0.
0. When any one of the plate is grounded, what will be the value of x and z?
0.
Right? Now the job is not yet over. Y should be calculated. How will you calculate y? VA minus VC is 0. VA minus VB plus VB minus VC is 0. Right? If I take the field here to be E1 and E2, VA minus VB is E1 into D, VB minus VC is E2 into 2D. This will be 0. E1 is Y by A epsilon naught. E2 Q plus Y by A epsilon naught into 2D should be equal to 0. Right? This y and minus y alone will give me even. These two will cancel out here, x and z will cancel out here. E2 will be only because of these two charges. From here, can I calculate y?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Y is coming equal to q.
Y is coming equal to, how much is y equal to?
Two q by 3. Minus 2q.
Minus 2q by 3. Correct.
So I'm getting one confusion. So the central one, I took it as x and q minus x.
Say that again.
The central one, the B1,
Ah,
I took it as x on the right and q minus x on the left.
wait. You are able to see this part of the board?
Yes, sir. I took x on
Here,
my right side, I took x. Left, I took q minus x.
q minus x. Okay. Now this
So,
will
sir,
be minus x.
yes, sir.
Right.
And that
This will
x
be
minus q.
y. Sorry, no. Minus of q minus x. And this is y.
So now when I'm calculating field of between AB, I'll take
Field will be like this. Field will be from positive to negative. So now when you multiply field into distance, you are getting VB minus VB. If I want VA minus VB, I have to put a negative sign. Field will always be taken from higher potential to lower potential. Positive.
No, if we assume x greater than q, then we can do that.
So, but if we take x greater than q, so I'll get q minus
How
x.
will you incorporate here the condition x greater than q?
Right.
So if you are taking this as positive, this as negative, take this as the direction of the field. Field into distance, I'll get VB minus VB. If I want VA minus VB, put a negative sign in front of this. That value you substitute, you'll get the answer.
So I'll get q minus x into d by a epsilon naught, right?
Q minus x by a epsilon naught into d with a negative sign in.
With a negative sign. Okay. So with that, I'm getting x equal to q by 3.
Substitute and see, you'll get the same answer.
Right, sir. Right. I'm getting so.
Done, sir.
Can I rub the board?
Sir, just a second. Sir, I had a question. Sir, so here, A and C have been connected by the wire. So both of them should have equal charge, I'm assuming, because where else will the charge come from?
No, need not be.
Yeah,
Both
sir.
should
So,
be at the same potential. A minus BC should be 0. Charge on A and C both put together should be 0. Because A and C are connected, initial charge should be equal to final charge.
right, sir. Okay, I understood. Got it, sir.
If this is an infinite large plate and I have charge Q on it and a small q charge on it, find force on small q due to the plate. I really wish such an easy question appear. Nothing better than that. This is the simplest possible. This q, this small q is at a sufficiently far distance, so I'll go for uniform charge distribution on this. Right? This is sigma, this is sigma, this will be sigma is q by 2, q by 2. Right? Because of the plate, what will be the field here? F is equal to A into small q, sigma by epsilon naught. This is q by A epsilon naught into small. One sheet, second sheet, both the sheets put together will give me sigma by epsilon naught. Agreed? We are aware of this. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, where did they make this problem very tricky? Is by giving you a finite size of a plate. Take this down, I'll go to that problem.
They took a as finite.
I will explain, take this.
Cons-
They gave a non-conducting sheet of charge, square plate of HA, square plate of HA, charge Q at a distance of A by 2. They didn't give you this as an infinite large plate. They didn't give you this as an infinite large plate. Finite non-conducting sheet of charge, and charge on it is capital Q. Find the force on the plate due to the charge or vice versa. Find force on plate due to charge. Don't jump to conclusions. Think carefully and solve. I'll give you 5 minutes. I'll keep you people on mute. Now listen. ध्यान से सुनिए. Something very innovative is being told to you. Problem picked up from this 200 puzzling problems in physics. Solution as proposed by them. Consider a small area ds district. Can I tell you the force will be df k dq q by this distance r square is the force. Do you all agree with that?
Yes, sir.
K sigma ds divided by r square into small q. Sigma ds. What is sigma equal to? Q by small a square. The total charge on this is capital Q. It is a square plate of edge length A. Sigma is Q by small a square. Right? So far, so good. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All of you. Suryo.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is theta. This df ka, can I claim all throughout this component will get cancelled out and df cos theta should be added up?
So haven't we done this before?
You switch off your mic first. df cos theta, right? All the parallel components will cancel out and horizontal components will add up. df cos theta will add up. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
What is df? K sigma ds q by r square cos theta. K q sigma integral ds cos theta by r square. Okay, I'll make it more simple. K, keep sigma alone outside. K cube by r square into ds cos theta. I just get sigma outside. I can keep anything outside till when it is a constant. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
This is field due to the charge into ds cos theta will be what?
Look,
Flux. And we have done that previous, not this.
Right, sir.
Mhm.
Right? Do you remember the flux due to this charge passing through this square plate?
Q by 6 epsilon naught.
Yes.
Awesome, right?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, here it is small q. This will be small q by 6 epsilon naught. Small q, right? From here it is small q. By chance I carried it down as capital. Sigma is capital Q by A. I am yet to deal with self energy of the system. That is the last subtopic in electrostatics.
Sir, can we start booklet?
Yes. होमवर्क दूंगा रुको पहले HCV का बता दो असाइनमेंट भेजना है आपको. How many assignments did I give you in electrostatics?
4.
HCV you can complete electric field and potential. Long back you must have completed. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Then there is a chapter, Gauss law in HCV. Gauss law in HCV, you can complete the chapter. I don't see any question in exercise from self-energy, so we will take 1 or 2 lectures for that. HCV is Gauss law, right? HCV is chapter Gauss law. First homework, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Homework, HCV, Gauss law, right? Booklet, let me open. Electrostatics booklet. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Exercise 1, electrostatics booklet 1 to 15, first slot. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 17 to 24. 17 to 24. Will you people make a note in your notebook? Twenty-six, 27. One second. 26, 27, 26 to 26 to 26 to 50. 26 to 50. Is the homework clear? Exercise 1, Gauss law HCV. Exercise 1, 1 to 15, 17 to 24, 26 to 50. Are we okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Is that part of the board visible?
Yes.
sir. So I had a doubt in the question we just did.
Hello?
Sir, so does this imply that the if force on the plate is independent of the distance of the charge from it?
No. This flux will decide the distance. R आएगा ना यार flux में.
Acha, हाँ, okay.
And the distance was given as a by 2. Only then you could tell me the flux is q by 6 epsilon naught.
Yes, sir, got it. And so one more. So had I solved this question directly from getting the flux, dividing it by area, and then multiplying it by charge, would I have been wrong in that approach?
No, you will get the answer, but you should know surface integrals for that. Isn't it? How will you integrate? Integral ds cos theta, you should get the total surface integral.
Okay, I got it, sir. Thank you.
So I had a doubt in that when you written that infinity, say you are getting charge of potential of A is 0, and from B we are getting some finite.
Bolo.
So what is the conclusion of that? I'm still getting confused. That is
Potential ka 0 and all you are getting is potential difference between infinity and this plate, ground and this plate.
right.
Ground is here, infinity is there.
Right.
Right? infinity और इस plate का potential difference, ground and displace का potential difference are not the same. Implies infinity and ground are not at the same potential.
Understood.
But we take both of them to be zero, Nayar. Don't you think both the zeros are the same? Both the zeros are not the same.
Right, sir. So even if we take them zero, they are individually different.
Right.
Understood, sir.
When is the next lecture?
Next week.
Okay. Along with this homework, can I send you one more assignment?
Sir, next time.
The next class, remind me, I'll send the next assignment.
Okay, sir.
And so you just mentioned that if I go directly from Gauss law, I'll have to use surface integrals. So why so can't I directly divide by a square?
Not Gauss law. Gauss law say how will you find out force?
Yes, I'll get not Gauss law. Sorry, sir. I meant flux. I'm sorry, sir. So from flux, if I directly divide flux by a square, would I be wrong in doing that to get E?
What is that formula flux divided by a square called?
That's E divided by E. I divide the flux by area, I'll get the field.
Why? Cos theta components क्या होगा?
Acha,
Flux is a scalar.
हाँ sir, I got it now. Thank you, sir.
Sir,
Hello.
sir, what if this was not a square plate but a rectangular plate?
You don't know the flux for that. Surface integrals will come into picture, which is beyond your scope. They intentionally gave a square plate because you know the flux through it.
Okay, sir.